one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And incomplete to open things up. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the ground, McCaffrey. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on third down. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is When they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Murray now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another 49er first down. First and 10.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
That's a screen. Hey, alert 3, go to 50. Check 6 guys. Bang, bang. 22 jet bomber.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Levante David in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He can't hang.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And now look at him go. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals. Cardinals touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 10, 49ers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This pass finds its way to Williams. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a 49er first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Get the ball. 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, 626. March 50, March 50, March 50.
Rodgers now on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jarrell Casey, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
319.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hurd. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jalen Hurd, his first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a run with McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Hey, you block over here.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Hey, Zoo. That's the way.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Rodgers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. Buying time to his left. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Looking to throw on second down. Murray, he finds his man Johnson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw, it's Murray. He's got Evans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. 57. Let's go one more. 57. Mike, 57. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Murray now on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Murray. And an alley to run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
47's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
We got this.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. He completes it to Evans. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
It'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, check. Move. 57.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it'll bring up third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, wahoo!
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Bird to return. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over, first and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lopez. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, D.
From the 31, Rodgers completes it to the tight end, Kittle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie the ball game at 27 all. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Go. Check safety, check safety.
On first down, it's Lopez. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, pick your game up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, it's Lopez. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Murray. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They'll run on 1st down. Lopez. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
I got 11. Pick and choose the mic. Watch right.
On 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return will stop right around the 25. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Murray off play action. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Let him know.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. This is McCaffrey. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Back to throw, Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hurd. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Safety's creeping. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Did you get this?
McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Mike, 35.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied.
Let's go. Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
319.
They'll run with Montgomery. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you're pushing to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Motion. 47's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Mike's front.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason,